A true entrepreneur is extremely rare. Somebody truly of industry is extremely rare. Nothing against the Alex Hormozis and gurus out there teaching on how to make money. What is money? If you want it anyway. Let's start there. But no, let's not lose track. Nothing against sales, nothing against enterprises of that nature. They are very great vehicles to learn how to articulate yourself, speak to people, and raise capital for the short term to find your long term goals. I agree. But the problem with that business model is you always have to sell high ticket to do anything substantial. Sales comes down to high ticket. You have to do high ticket. If you're not doing high ticket, you're supposed to be doing marketing. Right? We can all agree to that. The next thing is the one man show myth. No, grind, hustle. Wake up the next day, hustle on your own. Shoot the DMs, make the sales, build the website. Go on your own. Alone, and go until we know how that story works out. You're not going to go that far. Very few are able to sustain that pace on your own. You need people. The problem with that business model, again, you can't raise capital. No, I mean, what sales company ain't going to start? Let me not say can't, because it's not impossible. But what sales company ain't going to start, raise capital, and build a life-changing, a corporation or a company that changes the lives of men vastly through sales? Sales is not the ends, it's the means. It's the means. So, a one-man show is a lie. Going out there and being that one-man warrior, the guy that does it on his own, you're that guy, it's not going to happen. It's just not. You need people. Even if you think you did it on your own, you had people along the way. Even the sales you're making, you're talking to people. It's all about people at the end of the day. I was brainwashed at one juncture of my life, thinking if I'm just the most competent engineer, everything will work out. I'm just going to be the best engineer. I'm going to be able to do anything as far as engineering goes. And I'm going to be alright. I'm going to build these great companies because I'm a great engineer. Boy, was I wrong. It's about people. You need people. People will always be needed. More importantly, you're going to need competent people. The most competent people. What's a company? A company is one competent guy that found... what's a successful company? One competent guy that found other competent people in specific verticals of what he requires for him to be successful working together. What skill is he going to need to bring these people together? People skills. He could be the worst at everything, but if he just knew how to manage people and work with people, he's going to do just fine. So coming back to the Alex Hormozi thing, I went on a rant. Once you get to this juncture, you're making sales and you have all this knowledge, and now you come to the internet and you start selling courses about all this knowledge you have, which I used to be very against, but I don't think I'm against it that much anymore, because I have seen the virtues in selling a course, because courses are needed. People who have actually done something, if that's how they want to share it, so be it. The problem with that arrangement, my friend, is you could just tell from the lives they change. You don't have to look too far into the process they're engaging in. They're thinking very short term, like every other human being. The men that change lives on a grand scale think extremely long term, with extremely competent engineering abilities and all these other things that I was talking down against just a moment ago, but they come back in the loop. That skill will get you to point B rather, but the other things that I was neglecting will get you all the way through. That's what makes a great industrialist. So the Alex Hormozis will charge you up front, right? You pay them, and then they're going to give you the stuff they know, and then you're just going to be in another company, a gym, a law firm that requires sales, or an accounting firm, or an e-com shop, or you're gonna trade stock, or you're gonna go sell a roof to somebody, and then what value does that add to society as a whole, as far as the society knowledge base? That goes too much into philosophy, but let's stay surface. It's just a circular a circular economy of just goods and services moving, and there's no exit into real innovation and things happening in very magical ways in industry. We've lost that essence on this YouTube hustle, 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 make money fast in e-com, or build a faceless YouTube channel or whatever. I have been a victim of that myself in my past years. So the Alex Hormozis, you could tell by the wealth they create, which is not. I'm not saying I'm demeaning them at any point, but it's not as of a true industrialist, of the men that gave us, electricity, that gave us the assembly line and all these things, right? We don't think about that. So they will charge you up front, and now I'm starting to sound like I'm selling something. I'm not. But they'll charge you up front. That's how they make their money. And they'll give you that knowledge. Like, it's worth. And the market has found its niche there. And then these men just go out there and do things. But there is a need for brave men, like always, that need to build huge corporations and huge companies. Huge companies are the pinnacle of civilization. Huge corporations are what are able to create a lot of research. They have excess resources to do vastly more things. You on a very vast scale. They're able to pay people way more than they should be paid to attain something that will bring way more value to society than one can ever imagine. And that's what I'm saying. So I'm coming to the internet looking for men of sales at the highest level, most competent salesmen, most competent ex-military men, and most competent martial arts, boxing, any fighters of that nature that have tried things and have made 10,000, or maybe 100,000, or 200,000, or maybe a million, but you're still stuck in that little hole. It's just it has no meaning. It's just money. It gives you access, but it doesn't create wealth. You don't have another friend. You don't have another man of industry that has your back all the way through. When a girl accuses you of some nasty stuff, that's not gonna stand his ground. That's one gonna see you win, and all that stuff, right? So you ultimately need very competent men at the end of the day, because money won't buy you that access. You're obviously gonna need men of industry, right? Money can only take you so far. When your employees quit, you see how your company is gonna dwindle down pretty quick. You need men that understand that money is not the ends, but the means. You're also gonna need men of extreme discipline that are willing to put their entire livelihood on the line for industry, and not just for their family and my girlfriend. Men of civilizational will that goes beyond just your immediate family. It transcends into vastly more things, but ultimately the highest pinnacle of it is servicing a customer in an industrious way, where a customer pays willingly for your product. If that sounds like something you want to do, work hard, sacrifice your livelihood for the well-being of civilization, let's talk.